All right, let's talk about something you do literally every second you're awake, but probably never really think about: seeing. You probably think it's pretty simple, right? Light hits your eyes, your brain does its thing, and poof, there's the world. But what if that whole story is just plain wrong? What if seeing is actually a full-body, world-creating experience that's way more mysterious and cool than you ever imagined?
So, are your eyes just cameras? Are you just passively recording a movie called reality? If you've ever had this nagging feeling that there's gotta be more to it, well, you're onto something big. A philosopher named Maurice Merleau-Ponty had this radically different idea, and honestly, it might just change how you see, well, everything.
So here's what we're gonna do. First, we're gonna smash that whole eyes are cameras myth. Then, we'll dive into a really cool philosopher's puzzle about a simple house. After that, we'll uncover this hidden superpower your body has for seeing, and then, this is the fun part, we'll explore the weird way objects kind of see each other. And finally, we'll look at why trying too hard to be objective can actually be a trap. Let's get into it.
Okay, first things first. We have to tear down the old way of thinking before we can build up the new one. And the most common story we tell ourselves is that our eyes are cameras and our brain is a computer processing the pictures. It sounds logical, but the second you start to really poke at it, the whole thing just kind of falls apart.
The simple story makes you a passive observer. You're just a spectator, and the world is just this thing out there for you to record. But the real story is so much more exciting. It's active. You're engaged. Seeing isn't something that just happens to you. It's something you do. You don't just see the world, you inhabit it. And when you do that, the world actually starts to reveal itself to you.
So to really get our heads around this, Merleau-Ponty uses a brilliant, simple example: a house. I mean, it seems totally straightforward, right? But believe me, it hides this completely mind-bending puzzle that gets right to the very heart of how we perceive anything at all.
He points out that we often talk about the real house, the objective one, as if it's the version seen from no particular point of view. But what does that even mean? To see something, you have to see it from somewhere. A view from nowhere? Well, that isn't a view. It's invisible. And right there, we've got a huge problem. And this is the puzzle. Think about it. You're standing in front of a house. You can only see the front. You can't see the back, or the other sides, or the roof all at the same time. So how are you so absolutely certain that they're there? How do you perceive a complete, solid object when all you're ever getting are these partial, fleeting glimpses?
Right now, this is all your visual data consists of: the bricks, the door, the windows on the front. That's it. It's basically a flat, two-dimensional snapshot.
And yet, that's not what you experience, is it? You experience a solid, three-dimensional house. You have this unshakable belief that if you were to just walk around it, the other sides would be there waiting for you. Now, that certainty doesn't just come from memory. So where does it come from?
The answer, Merleau-Ponty says, is a kind of superpower that's built right into your perception. It's not some complicated deduction your brain makes. It's this intuitive power that comes from your body, from your gaze itself. He calls it the object horizon structure.
You see, the solution isn't just happening in your head. It's in the way your gaze actually moves and anchors itself in the world. When you look around, your gaze isn't static. It kind of hovers and explores, and then it anchors on something, like, say, the front door of the house. But here's the magic trick. When you do that, the rest of the scene doesn't just vanish. It's still there, holding that door in place.
This right here is the crucial idea. Everything you aren't looking at directly, the lawn, the street, the sky, becomes what he calls a horizon. And this horizon isn't just empty space, it's a field of pure potential. It holds the promise of everything else you could look at, and that includes the other sides of the house. The horizon is what guarantees that the house you're seeing is a stable, whole object.
So let's break it down. Your gaze sweeps across the street. Then you anchor on the house, and it pops into sharp focus. Everything else, the other houses and the sky, they just recede into this dormant background. But that background is absolutely essential. It's what's holding the hidden sides of the house for you. They exist for you right there, in that horizon, just on the edge of your vision, waiting to be explored. And this quote just nails the shift in thinking. You're not just taking a picture of the house. By anchoring your gaze, you plunge right into it. You are inhabiting the object with your perception. And from that vantage point,
You instantly understand its relationship to everything else in the world.
Okay, this is where things get really fun. And yeah, a little bit weird. So, if the horizon guarantees the hidden parts of the house for you, what guarantees the house is still there when you're gone? Merleau-Ponty's answer is pretty wild. The objects themselves form a kind of community, where they all see each other.
I mean, just listen to that line. It suggests that everything in a scene is constantly reflecting and confirming the existence of everything else. It's not just your perspective that matters, it's the perspective of everything in the world, holding it all together.
Imagine a lamp on a table. From where you're sitting, you can't see its back, but the wall behind it can. You can't see the bottom of it, but the table can. Maybe you can't see the very top, but the chimney across the room has a perfect view. All these other objects are acting like little spectators, each with its own point of view. And together, all of their gazes complete the lamp, guaranteeing its solid 360-degree reality.
So, the puzzle is solved. The real house isn't the house seen from nowhere, it's the house seen from everywhere. By you, by the street, by the sky, and by every other object in its world. It's this whole system of intersecting perspectives that makes the world feel so solid and real.
And this brings us to a really crucial final warning. What happens when we forget all of this? When we fall back into that simple, boring story and try to think of ourselves and the world in a purely detached, objective way?
But when we get obsessed with that view from nowhere, we start to treat our own body not as the center of our world, but as just another object in it. We reduce our eyes to just bits of matter, and our experience to just a chemical reaction. And when we do that, we lose contact with the rich, living, breathing perception that we just spent all this time uncovering.
And this is a powerful warning. He says that when we try to fix the world into a single, absolute, objective reality, a finished product, we actually kill it. We freeze our experience. Our consciousness, which is supposed to be alive and open and always in perspective, just congeals and dies.
So, it all comes down to this contrast. The detached, objective view gives us a frozen, static world of facts and things. But embodied perception, the way we actually live, gives us a world that is alive, dynamic, and always unfolding, packed with potential horizons just waiting to be explored.
And that is the ultimate takeaway. Your body isn't just a thing in the world, like a car or a tree or a pebble on the ground. It is your point of view on the world. It is the very vehicle through which a world shows up for you at all. Without your body's perspective, there is no seeing, no feeling, no world.
So I'll leave you with this question. The next time you look at something, a coffee cup, a tree, the face of a friend, try to actually feel this. Notice the horizon around it. Notice how you inhabit what you see. What changes when you realize you aren't just taking a picture, but you are actively helping to bring a world into being? Thanks for joining me.